We have integrations with WhiteSource and with Sonatype for vulnerability scanning. Are we going to introduce any other alternatives?
Great question. Should we introduce new alternatives in addition to WhiteSource and Sonatype? The truth is, we started with Sonatype. In those days, it was called OSS Index or VOR
Mhm.
Security, something like that. That was our first attempt at vulnerability scanning. And then a user came to us and said, "Hey, this Sona integration, again, at that time it was VOR Security. This VOR
Yeah.
Security integration is great, but we use a technology called WhiteSource, and we would love. Is there a Progit could block packages kind of the same way that VOR Security did?" We looked at it and we said, "I think so. Yeah, why not?" And we partnered with that user, and then we developed the WhiteSource integration. What we're looking for is users who have alternatives. I don't really know too many other package vulnerability providers out there. Of course, there's WhiteSource themselves. They don't actually find the vulnerabilities. What they do is they aggregate all sorts of different databases, the National Vulnerability Database, and I'm not sure where they get all their things.
Mhm.
We're not going to get in the business of aggregating our own data. There's tons of companies out there who can do it and who will do it. I think we should absolutely, if somebody has another tool that notifies them of these security vulnerabilities, 100% we're going to do it. We are currently also, as part of our containers plan, this is something that we're looking into next quarter, we are going to be implementing container vulnerabilities. I think WhiteSource has that as a feature, but what's great is there's a lot of other companies who also do container vulnerability. In fact, one thing I discovered was there's a sort of on-premise container vulnerability tool. But what's great about this is this company provides a free and open source version of a container vulnerability scanning tool, but they also have a service. So what we're going to aim to do is sort of have that be our preferred and primary model. Because I don't know, I think that if you're just starting with containers, using a free vulnerability source is just as good. It's a little bit more work to set up, and that's okay. And then if you like that, you can upgrade and go to the different versions. That's what I'm thinking is going to be probably our best first start at container vulnerability scanning.
Okay, cool. Any comments on Black Duck? One of the users that is in this session is a Black Duck user.
I would love to. I mean, Black Duck, they were recently acquired. Maybe I'm not recently, like a couple of years ago
Yeah.
by another company. I forget the name of it. I would say that Black Duck today, as it stands, they aren't crazy open as far as integrating with their platform. You
Hmm.
need to register as a partner. You need to do all sorts of work to even consider being given an API key. It's a lot of overhead to integrate with a product that we don't know how much interest there is out there for. We have some users who are using it now. I've heard some people say, I've asked customers, hey, should we integrate Progit with Black Duck? And they've said, why? Why would you do that? I wish I had an answer to that. I don't really know. I know Black Duck does a lot of things, but I know that some people see an overlap with our vulnerability and license scanning. Other people say it has no relation. So to be honest, I think what would be great for us to do is find a customer who wants to partner with us and say, here's how I use Black Duck. Here's what I want Progit to do. Can we work together and make that happen? We can
Hmm.
find someone who can help us with that. Yeah, let's try it. If it's not too difficult to do, shoot, we could turn it around. We have turned around
Yeah.
features. I know we had a user recent on the Buildmaster side ask us to do something on the with Python unit tests. Make sure that when you're running a PyUnit or PyTest or something like this,
Mhm.
automatically parses and runs those results in Buildmaster. Of course, you can run PyUnit without this special
Yeah.
feature, no problem. But they wanted to say, oh, it would be great if Buildmaster could parse and display the results, so I can use it
Yeah.
in. It's like a pipeline like this. It was super simple to do, right? It didn't take us that long to do, and that's how new features come in. If it's easy, we'll do it.
Yep. Actually, just today, on behalf of the user, he emailed me after a little break in communication, and obviously you can
Hmm.
file your own feature request, but he reached out to me saying, hey, it's been a while, but I've been meaning to message you this. But basically it was Terraform has support for private registries to store version modules. We're already using Progit in conjunction with Octopus Deploy in our pipeline. It would be great if we could use Progit to store Terraform modules as well. So Terraform module. Yeah, it was asking about being able to store those packages in ProGit. So
Yeah, I'd love to learn more.
and
Sounds like
he commented, if you're willing and want to know more, I'll tell you everything. I know.
I didn't even know Terraform had packages. So
Yeah. So just an illustration of, again, ways we can partner with users. And again, he sounds like he's very willing to participate if we're willing to look into it.
sounds good.